So, welcome to the brand new episode of Print on Demand Show. And today we have Gaurav Srivastava, founder of Tri Labs, two years of experience in Indian Ecom, and also had done more than an ad spend of more than 70 lakhs. And also, he's also a YouTuber who creates content related to Facebook ads, Indian Ecom, Indian Dropshipping, and more. And welcome, Gaurav, to the Print on Demand Show.
Thank you, Vinay. Thank you.
Yeah. So how you are doing? How is everything going on? Let me know.
Yes, everything is going great, and that's why I'm here to share some value with your audience.
Yeah, sure, sure. Like I know that like you're killing with with Indian Ecom, Facebook ads, everything. I've been like as you are you're and also your YouTube videos are really really good, and a lot of people are actually getting a lot of value in from that too. Okay, so first
Yeah.
of all, Gaurav, can you share your story? Like how did like what we are actually doing before jumping into Facebook ads, Indian Ecom, all this stuff, and how did you came to know like how what is our journey like? How did you step into Facebook ads, Indian Ecom and all?
So the journey begins when I was in school, basically. So when I was in school in class 11th or 12th,
Mhm.
I was someone who from at that particular time I was like I have to do something big, like I have to live a good lifestyle. So I was into money part, like I want to make more money and I want to live a good lifestyle. That was my motto at class 11th and 12th, and I was searching for how to make money online, vagara, vagara. So I started with my Instagram page where I used to share motivational quotes.
Mhm.
So I thought like I'll be doing this, I'll be getting millions of followers, and then I'll be promoting other people's stuff, I'll be getting brand promotions, and then I'll be making money. But it didn't work. Then I created another page which was for sports car and all. So I was doing these stuff in my school time, and then I started teaching people on YouTube, and I was teaching physics and maths of class 11th and 12th. So I did that for few months. I closed it also. Then I went to college. So at college I started with my startup. So the startup was to help restaurants to get
Mhm.
online and do I used to do digital marketing for them and make people come to their store. So the startup was simple. Like we used to go to restaurant owners, and we used to talk to them, and we used to tell them that we'll be creating a video for you, we'll be shooting a video content, we'll be shooting photo content, and then we'll be creating your profile on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and
Mhm.
we'll be posting over there, and we'll be running ads on your behalf so that people from your area come to your particular restaurant. So that was the plan. So we covered almost like 20 to 25 restaurants in Chandigarh.
Mhm.
So that was happening, and that time I got into digital marketing and stuff like Facebook ads, and I got into Facebook ads. Facebook, how do we run Facebook ads for these kind of stuff? So I started learning about Facebook ads then. So my
Mhm.
first encounter was with Facebook ads was at that particular level, and also I interacted with one of our ad with Rahul Bhatnagar. It was ad of Rahul Bhatnagar, and then I went into this digital marketing stuff. Key, what is digital marketing, email marketing, Facebook ads, and all. And I was doing that, but then I realized that whatever startup that we are running, it's not scalable. We cannot scale that because it needed too much manly power, and we did not have a huge budget. We used to go to our restaurants with buses. Like we don't pay for the taxis because it was way too high. So we used to go to the restaurants with buses, and then we used to travel to restaurant with our camera bag, with our laptop. And actually we did not have camera, we used to shoot through our phone only. So that
Mhm.
was thing, and then I realized that this is not profitable and this is not scalable. We cannot scale it. In order to scale it, I need a lot of people, and I don't have money to pay those lot of people. So I closed it. But I was learning Facebook ads, and that I knew that I can do some. If I learn Facebook ads, if I know the power of Facebook ads, I can sell anything online. So I
Mhm.
was searching for how to make money. Then I ended up with print on demand. Like, yeah, there is something called print on demand. So or drop shipping stuff. So I started drop shipping with Misho and Glowroad, and I failed. So I failed that, but with that, I got some few clients from Indian e-commerce only. So I started running ads for them, and they were getting results. So I thought I need to start with something. So there was a then I got interested into print on demand because that was something you have to create, and also I was like, this is something I need to do. So I was doing BTech CSE, like I'm a software type engineering type. So I thought I'll be creating print on demand designs for those people from for
Mhm.
engineers, basically for software engineers specifically. So I started with print on demand, and it was good. We started making good money from it, from Indian print on demand. And then what happened was the company which I was using, they started increasing the price of their product, and the quality was not also very good. I am having one of my t-shirts over there, so I can show you afterwards, like whatever
Yeah.
designs I have done. So it's right there. So yeah, so they started increasing the price of their products. So when they were doing that, our profit margin went very low, because in India, like, you cannot sell a t-shirt for more than 800 rupees, 900 rupees, if you are not a branded store. Like, if you are a
Mhm.
branded store, you have a good photo shoot, you have a great, model photo shoot, you are having a great website, then you can easily sell your product. But for a POD, for a normal POD store, which is using Playset and all, or Canva and all, to create your designs and all, so it's hard to sell t-shirts in India
Mhm.
for 900 rupees. Like, we have tested many price points, so we know that what was working at that time and what is working currently, because we work
Mhm.
with a lot of brands. So currently, like, if you want to sell t-shirt in India, like, you can sell it from, like, if it's a normal t-shirt without printed, like this one which I'm wearing currently, if you want to sell these kind of stuff, you can do it for like 399, 499, 599, 699. 699 is a kind of stuff where your ad cost can increase if you are not doing some branded stuff. After
Mhm.
that, it's become hard to sell t-shirt if you're not a branded store in India. That's my experience. So yeah, that was the encounter with Indian e-commerce. I started with Indian e-commerce, and from the starting I was doing freelancing. So
Mhm.
that freelancing, and then I started with my agency and did more than 70, 60 lakhs of ad spend for myself, for my clients also. So yeah, that was my story with it.
Mhm. Great, great, great. And so how like can I ask you this, like how Indian ecom is actually different from international ecom, because you might have tested both, right? So how does it actually different, Indian dropshipping or Indian ecom versus international dropshipping or ecom?
See, both, like drop shipping or print on demand, both are same thing. Only the difference is, drop shipping, there is some product that you are doing, and in print on demand, you are creating some design and then selling it.
Mm.
So almost the model is same, but just the product part differs. So I'll be talking about drop shipping, and the print on demand is also same. So the difference between Indian and international drop shipping is the products. Like, in Indian drop shipping, finding a great product currently, it's very difficult, because there are very
Mm.
limited supplier, or there are no supplier, by the way. Like,
Mm.
at the beginning, like back in 1 or 2 year, there was Misho, Chlorode, where they were giving us product which we can sell online. But now what happened, Misho and Chlorode started promoting their stuff like crazy. They started promoting their platform. So now everyone was using Misho. They were adding product to their WhatsApp status, and then it started selling. So everyone got to know about Misho and Chlorode. So, like, and getting product, and now they don't have some good products. Like, yes, they have good products, but you have to
Mm.
find so hard in order to find one single product that you can go ahead with. And then second part, which is not good with Indian drop shipping, is that you cannot very much track your product. Like, after you got an order, then
Mhm.
let's suppose you told your supplier that I have got this order, just push it forward. So many times what happened was, the order was returned. The supplier dashboard was showing that this order has been returned, this order has been cancelled. When we used to call our customer, they told us that nothing, nobody called to us that your product is arrived. So many times it happened. So that we
Mhm.
realized that there are some products, that this is something that I feel, there are some products that are not even going out. They are just not getting those products out, because in India, the biggest problem is cash on delivery. Cash on
Mm.
delivery is the biggest problem, because it takes almost 14 to 15 days to the money to come to your bank account. So the cash flow needs to be very good in Indian dropshipping. And in
Mm.
Indian international dropshipping, this particular time frame is less. Like, it's an online payment, so time frame is less. People may take some time, but once you are done, you can get payment every week, or every whatever payment cycle is available
Mm.
with your, like, Stripe. I guess Stripe takes, because I get payments through Stripe. So it
Mhm.
takes almost like a week or week
Mm.
or something to settlement. So, but the thing is, after a week you get the money on regular basis. But in cash on delivery, there is so much problem. You have to wait to 14 to 15 days in order to get your amount. Then there's returns also. People don't accept your order. So these are something which is kind of problem in Indian dropshipping. And the biggest
Mhm.
problem currently is, like, there is a lack of supplier, the good supplier currently.
Mm.
So but if you have some good budget, go for a local supplier, take get a product, and do it as a branded store. There is a huge opportunity in that market if you are going
Mm.
with the branded store, or if you are importing product from China. Like, in my workshop, there are a lot of my students who are importing products directly from China, and they are
Mm.
selling it on their website. And not like, they import the product from China, and not very fancy stuff. They do the they shoot the product images through their phone only. They add it to
Mm,
the website and they're selling it, and it's doing very good. Why it is doing
mm,
very good? Because there are very less people in India who can get those products. So the
mm,
problem with drop shipping is there is one product and 1,000 people are selling that one product. Not 1,000, let's suppose 100 people or 50 people are selling that one particular product. So
mm,
it becomes very hard. But if you import the product from China, or if you go for a local supplier, that's something very good. Or you can use India Mart also if you find a great product. So
mm,
currently, yeah, if you find India Mart, you can talk to the supplier, you can get products at your home, and then you can do it if you're having good budget. So uh, currently, I also told in my YouTube videos that you need to have good budget for Indian e-commerce, and as well as for international e-commerce also. You cannot
mm,
start international e-commerce. See, people say ki how much budget I need to start. You can start with 10,000 rupees also, but there is no use of it, because you cannot go, if you're starting a business, at least think about, like, I have to sustain to 1 2 to 3 months. And in order to
mm,
sustain 2 to 3 months, you need to look for the budget of 2 to 3 months. Don't look a
mm,
budget for, like, you start with
mm,
5,000 rupees only, but what to do? You cannot scale it for, like, so you will not be able to run the store for at least 2 weeks also. So you need to think like, okay,
yes.
I need a budget of at least 2 months. Yeah, I am having, let's suppose, $1,000 budget for 2 months. This is something which is good for Indian e-commerce. That yes, for
Mm,
$1,000 you can start with Indian e-commerce, and not, I'm saying like $2,000 will be finished in 1 month. It depends on to you. But when you are having a cash flow at your back, like you are having, like I am having money, you can wait for the money to come back, and then you can reinvest. So that's why I
mm,
always tell people, like, you should have at least 50,000 rupees or $1,000 in order to start with Indian e-commerce. So the primary difference that you feel is cash on delivery, the RTO part, and the
mm,
lack of suppliers. That's the main difference. And once this gets sorted out, then there's a huge market in India, because now people are spending money online. Now in India, people will spend money online, because the generation which is coming up right now, the people who are in class 11, people who are in class 12, people who are in class 10th, they are having cards now. When we were in class 10, we don't have any card, but they are having cards. Like, you must have heard about Jupiter, Uni,
mm,
etc., etc. So they are
mm,
the people who are spending online, and in the coming years they will be spending online. So in
mm.
Indian e-commerce, if you go as a brand, if you have a product, if you are having own product, then there is a huge market over there. But for drop shipping, currently finding a good product is bit tricky. Like, yes, but if you'll do a lot of market research, you'll be getting a good product. That there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, got it, got it. Yeah. All right. So as you said, like, if, to start a business, you need to have a funds to, like, sustain for at least for, like, at least for 2 months. Then only we will be able to sustain it, and also we will be able to take it and also to scale that particular business. That's that's actually a golden nugget. All right. So now you talk about the product research, right? So there are places where you can get it through Misho, or like India Mart, all these stuff, or even we can do import from China. But how do you do the product research? What kind of products you take? Like, what are these? Are any metrics you consider while like shortlisting a product?
See, I had a simple rule when I was doing my own store, when I was doing drop shipping. Currently, I'm not doing drop shipping. Currently, I'm managing other store. Currently, my agency is managing other stores,
Mm-hmm.
and we are working on our brand. Like, we have to go with a brand, so we are
Mm-hmm.
working on that. And and also my info product stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
when I used to do product research, or when my students in the inner circle ask about product research, what I used to do is, like, go on CJ drop shipping. Simple. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
go on CJ drop shipping, just surf over there, find, see all the products. Like, consider yourself that you are on Instagram and you are surfing over there. You have to surf, and then you'll be finding some eye catchy product that will catch your attention. Those
Mm-hmm.
are the product you have to go with, because you have stopped on those products. Okay, so there are some products that you will see and you will feel like, okay, this is something which I can sell. If you are someone who is like, suppose you are excited about, uh, okay, this is something I can sell, you can try that product. Your market will validate your product. But if you are not excited about your whatever you're going to sell, then it would be hard to sell it. Okay, so the number one thing is you have to surf on CJ dropshipping, and if you found some product, if you found, let's suppose, two or three product that you feel that this is something that I can uh, sell in India, or sell anywhere. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for India, what you have to do is just go on CJ dropshipping, find some product, and then you try to find those product for with Indian supplier. Are you getting those product with Indian supplier? If you're getting, then directly get those product, have a good ad creative, have a good website, start running the ad, spend some amount over there and figure out whether that product is working or not, because market is going to define whether that will work or not. It's not you. Like people ask me, tell me the winning product. You have to make the product winning. There is nothing which is a winning product. Okay.
Mm,
Like if I knew a winning product, I'm not going to tell you. I'll be running the ad only myself and be making a lot of money. So you have to take a product, run ads, maybe that product would be winning for you. If I give
mm,
you a product that making me, let's suppose that I'm making me 10 lakh rupees per month, and I
mhm,
gave that product, there are huge chances that you will not be able to make 1 lakh per month with that. Okay. Or
mm,
you are making 1 lakh per month with the product. I may not make any money with that. So it depends upon the kind of testing, the kind of creative you are using, the kind of website you are having. So it's not about getting a winning product. There is no winning product. Simple.
mm,
You have to find a product, run ads. If market is needing that product will be a winning product. Simple. So
mm,
you have to make a product winning. That's
mm,
one step. Another step, you go on India Mart, surf and find a product. Or there was a, this is a very old method. Go on Facebook and search for 30% off, 50% off, free shipping.
mm,
Yes, you can do that, but that's a old method. You can also try that and try
mm,
selling it. But yeah, if for international drop shipping, there are good applications like CJ drop shipping, Pocket. You can use them directly. They get directly integrated with the Shopify store, and you can start selling those
mm.
particular products.
Yeah. Like you said, like something which is working for you, some product which is working for you doesn't mean that it will work for someone else. Same thing
Exactly.
happens in POD also.
Hmm.
Let's say if a design is working for me, doesn't mean that the another person will make the like same money with the same codes or a design.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So like the next question I have for you is like you might have heard this question multiple times. What works best, video ads or image ads for Indian Ecom,
Uh,
Indian dropshipping? Yeah.
you have to test everything. Currently, Facebook is coming up with so many changes. There
Hmm.
are so many changes that are happening with Facebook. You need to
Hmm.
test everything. But let's suppose if you're into POD, like your most of the
Yeah.
audience is into POD. So if you're
Yeah.
into POD, run carousel ad. They will work
Hmm.
like crazy. Okay. If
Hmm.
you run carousel ad, see if you are having some video ad which have been shot by model and all, that's good.
Hmm.
But running carousel ad can work very good for apparel brands. If you're running
Hmm.
carousel ad, if you're not having a branded shoot, a branded everything, if you're just starting out and you are having just doing it, so carousel ad will work very great for you. Why carousel ad work with apparel brands? Number one, you are able to show them 10 different categories of product. See,
Hmm.
when people run carousel ad, the major difference that they make is number one product is t-shirt, other product is hoodie, next product is jeans, other, so they are have mixing the products. You don't have
Hmm.
to mix the product in carousel ad. If one product is t-shirt, the other product will also be t-shirt but with different design. The other will be different design. You don't
Hmm.
one carousel with one category of product. Simple. Don't have a t-shirt, then you have hoodie, then you have jeans. Don't do that. If you are doing that, then the, you know if a person is watching your ad for t-shirt and he's swiping, he's getting hoodie, next swipe he's getting jeans, he'll be just removing your ads. So number one, run carousel ad with single category product.
Hmm.
Category product. You can also use branded image, which means like there is branding of your website, of your brand,
Hmm.
which makes your carousel ad look better. That
Better.
is one
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
Secondly, if you're doing drop shipping, if you're into e-commerce, then you can try carousel ad. But if your product is demanding explanation, okay,
Hmm.
listen this. If your product is demanding explanation, like if there is something by which, if there is an image of something which I cannot understand ki what I have to do with this, then you need to use video ad so that people can know like why this product needs to be used, how this is going to solve my problem. So it depends on business to business, on category to category. And one thing that I always tell is test everything. And for apparel
Hmm.
brand, like for t-shirt print on demand, go with carousel ad or a video ad that we ran for a print on demand store. With that, what we did was there was a t-shirt
Hmm.
and it was changing continuously in a video. So it was with the music,
Hmm.
sound was changing continuously, the colors were changing, the designs were changing. So that was
Hmm.
a very interactive video. So if you can create that, if you can hire a video designer and you can create those kind of stuff, so
Hmm.
what does that do is you can get in front of lot of people with those video ads. Okay, you can get
Hmm.
in front of lot of, and that video ad will create an image of brand. Okay, this is a brand. Now you can
Hmm.
retarget the same people who have watched the video or who have came the people with the carousel ad. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Got it.
see your ad creative, the kind of creative you are selling, it makes the image in the people like whether this is a brand or this is like someone, because there are a lot of people who are doing spam with drop shipping and e-commerce. There are a lot of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you have to go like a brand. If you go like a brand, there's so much to do in
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So basically, like, so you talk about carousel ads, right? So basically, it's better to, like, for example, in carousel, same category, and also it's better to showcase the same niche. For example, let's say I'm into mom niche. So
Hmm.
it's, like a, so same niche, showing them to the right audience,
Yes,
that's,
same niche, because if
yeah,
someone is watching about something,
yeah,
then you need to be same niche and same category.
yeah, exactly. Okay. And how do you see the ad copy? How do you, like, what are things you consider while writing your ad copies in, Indian dropshipping, or, how do you see that?
See, there are a lot of things that to do with copywriting. I am
Mm-hmm.
learning copywriting currently also,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a book over here which is Cashvertising. So
Mm-hmm.
that is a good book. You can read it, and there are a lot of other books about copywriting. But yeah, if you want to go in a shorter way, then I give you this. You can say a template. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So number one thing, address a problem. Okay, what is
Mm-hmm.
the problem? If you are into dropshipping, let's suppose. Okay,
Yeah.
address a problem and then address the solution of that. Okay, or you can just like you touch the pain points, and then you
Mm-hmm.
create a solution. You tell the solution, and then then you present your product, like this is the product, and how this product can help your audience, like this product can help other people easily, how it can save the time, or how it can save the money, or how it can make their life easy. So that is something you need to include: the problem statement, the solution, the product, and then how this will make their life easy, or how this is going to do stuff. So this is one thing. And for
Mm-hmm.
like for t-shirts and all, what else, like what problem the t-shirt is going to solve? Is nothing. That
Yeah,
t-shirt is
like
going to
there's
solve the
nothing.
problem.
Like, so
There's nothing.
basically in print on demand, if I'm selling t-shirt, like what I actually do is, like, I just put order here, put the link, like a limited time offer, not available. So that's it. Keeping the, the ad copy very simple.
Yeah, you
Right.
can
Yeah.
do, when but one thing also you can do is, the let's suppose you are having design related to some niche.
Yeah.
So in that niche there must be some kind of slang that
Yeah,
has been
exactly.
used. There can be
Mm-hmm.
some kind of stuff that those people use. So recently,
Mm-hmm.
a print on demand store, they were selling t-shirt for regions. Let's suppose for Punjab region there was
Mm-hmm.
there was t-shirt for let's suppose South India, there was other
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt. So what we used to do is, in the creative part, in the ad copy part, we used to write a slang, or used to write something that is very relevant to those group of people,
Yeah.
so that
Mm-hmm.
catches attention, and then you can add free shipping and
Mm-hmm.
all, whatever you have to add. So that
Yeah.
is one thing.
Yeah. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, so now my next question is, like, when do you actually scale a product with Facebook ads? Like, basically, what are the metrics you do look before scaling the Facebook ads? So for example, in print on demand, like, if a particular design is having, if I run it for 3 days, and if the ROI is actually more than, at least 3.5, that's the time I think about scaling my, that particular design. So is there anything, like, you look while scaling with Indian Ecom? Is there anything, any metrics, or when do you actually scale with, a particular product with Facebook ads?
For any product, for drop shipping, for print on demand, for any product, the metrics that I look is the cost per acquisition, the cost per purchase.
Mm,
Simple.
mm,
That
yeah.
is the one thing that I look. And other thing is whether I am profitable or I'm at break even point.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I look for.
Mm,
Secondly, when I'm going into loss, then I look how much loss I can bear. Okay,
mm,
because I don't stop that. If I'm going in loss of 10 rupees, I stop the ad.
mm,
That's not the thing that I do. I see
mm,
by how much loss I can bear. Let's suppose I can go for, let's suppose, 500 rupees loss or 1000 rupees loss for a product. And
mm,
because you need to give time to Facebook ads with the current scenario. Okay, so the thing is key, when I start scaling is when I see consistent results. If I'm seeing a consistent results, I start scaling. And
mm,
with how we are creating currently ads is we are testing different kind of ones. Like let's suppose once a campaign is started giving good results, there are few ads which are giving us good
mm,
results. So we don't stop, we start creating more ads into it. And then we
mm,
see like there are few ads which are giving us good results, consistent results. Then
mm,
what we do is we start scaling those uh,
yeah.
particular
Winning ad
ads
set, right?
ad set. Yeah.
Winning ads. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we are doing is we are testing, and with testing part also we are doing horizontal stuff. So we are
Horizontal
adding
scaling.
more ad set, we are adding. So it's like scaling continuously, but not
Yeah.
scaling like it's not scaling like you are increasing the budget, decreasing the budget.
Yeah,
It's
got
not
it.
like that. I don't do that. So what we do is like there's people who are asking you testing how long should be testing phase. The
Mm,
simple answer is, if you're profitable, if you're into break even, just keep on testing, just keep on testing. Because if you are keep on testing, you are in, like if you're tested if you are with one ad set, your one ad set is giving you, let's suppose, a ROAS of 5 or 7. You have created
mm-hmm,
another ad set, you have created another ad set. So it's a kind of scaling only. You added a budget to that particular ad set, that ad set is going to something else. So it's kind
mm,
of testing and scaling simultaneously, so it's going
yeah.
hand in hand. And then
Mm-hmm,
once you figure out, okay, okay, these are the few ad sets which are working good, then you can focus on them and you can scale them. But there's a lot to there's a lot with scaling part. It's not just about your interest, your
mm,
thing. It's about what kind of ad creative is working good for you,
yeah.
which audience is working good for you. Okay,
Mm,
what type of ad creative is working good for you, the video is working with the
mm-hmm,
carousel ad is working. So there's lot of stuff with Facebook ads. People are so much, like, I had an Instagram post also on this. I'm focusing a lot onto this. Like, people are so much into Facebook ads ka interest section, like, yay,
mm,
this is something which is going to give me results. That's not the only thing. Facebook ad
exactly.
is something which is sending you traffic. If
Mm,
traffic is not converting, why it is not converting? You have
mm,
to look at that particular point.
maybe it could be the product, maybe it could be that copy,
It
all
could
this
be
stuff.
product, it could be pricing, it could be website.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically, even I do the same thing. Look, so if I have a winning design, so what I like, if it is giving me constant sales, like for let's say 3 days. So if I'm profitable, or like if the cost per purchase is like by looking at the cost per purchase or the ROAS, if by I look these two metrics. So if I'm profitable, what I actually do, I start duplicating and I said change the interest, like add more interest into it,
Mhm.
more ad set into it, so that the basically we like the like the Facebook will be able to gather a lot of data based on that. Then what I actually do is like if once I do figure out, once I launch like almost like 10 to 12 ad set in that particular campaign, I figure out the winning ad set, then transfer them to a CBO campaign, then allocate a budget of, let's say if I have five ad set, then I will put a budget of like $50. That's how I scale it. So if that is profitable, I slowly increase the budget by 10% slowly. And if it is, like if the cost per purchase is increasing, then I will scale it down again. So that's exactly how I scale it. And once I cross, let's say 100 sales for one particular design, I started launching the lookalike audience, all this stuff. But like so recent days, like like lookalikes is not giving the results which we were used to get in like 2020 and all. Like we are not able to get same result, but still it is working. Still lookalikes works, but I focus more on the like scaling with CBO. Scaling with CBO works really well for me. Yeah. Is there anything which specifically work for you? Like for me, it is
We
scaling with
we
scaling.
test CBO also. We test the winning, that thing that you told, winning ad set, putting them in
Mhm.
CBO and then scaling, and the
Yeah.
horizontal part. So that's what we are doing currently.
Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. And what about lookalike? Like, do you try lookalike audience?
Yes, we try lookalike audience, but like when you have 300 to 400 purchases for a product,
Purchases. Yeah.
then we create a lookalike audience. We create lookalike for the product, for the Instagram engagement, for the Facebook engagement, for
Mm.
the purchase, and for the people who
Add
are
to
visiting, add to
cards.
carts and
Yeah.
all. And we used to test
Mm.
those with different levels. Like we stack them, we do it one
Mm.
on one. So there are a
Mm.
lot of things that we are doing, and we basically you need to test, but
Mm.
you need to get an idea of how it works, or what are the things that is going to work. Because
Yeah.
see,
Basically, we need
if
to
you
understand
don't
what is the purpose.
if
Yeah.
you
What is the
don't
purpose
if
of
you
it? Yeah.
don't learn Facebook ads, if you're not learning Facebook ads either from YouTube or either from any mentor, and you are going to run ads, then you are going to surely lose your money. Okay, like
Exactly.
if you have a mentor, if you're watching video, there are chances that you are going to lose the money. There will be chances. It's 100% guarantee that you will lose your money with Facebook ads. And
Mm.
that's the part, because if everyone started getting profit from Facebook ads, then it would be, like, it would
Very easy
not.
for everyone.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that's something. But if you learn, then there are more chances that you will know what not to do. You can figure
Exactly.
it out by your own self, but it will take you 30 days. But if I run ad, if you're running ad, if you tell me by you don't do this, then
Mm.
you're not going to do that, and you'll be saving your time, because time is very important.
Mm.
Money can be
Yeah.
earned back.
Exactly.
Money can be earned back. You can earn back money, but once
Mm-hmm.
time is gone, you cannot
Yeah.
earn the time back. So time is very important, which most of the people don't understand.
Yeah.
They are
Exactly.
into money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, money is important, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Exactly. But time is more precious though.
Time is more important.
Yeah. All right. So, and you told about in Indian dropshipping or Indian ecom, like there are like two things: cash on delivery and returns to origin. Like when I was starting, like started with Indian POD, the two things I couldn't manage was cash on delivery and returns. Like almost 95% of the orders were cash on delivery in that during that time, and also 45% were returns to origin. So that's why I need to stop that Indian POD, and then only I shifted everything to international POD. So how do you deal with this, these two things, and like what are the what are the things you can do to avoid, to make more prepaid orders, like to avoid returns? What are things you do actually?
See, the number one thing for cash on delivery is have a cash flow, have good cash flow.
Mm,
This is the only thing that can save you from cash on delivery. If you're having cash flow, that's good. If you're not having cash flow, you might face some problem. With
mm,
RTO, have a calling team, or if you don't have a calling team, call people by your own self. Call
mm,
them, ask for whether they are going to whether you're going to take the product or not. That's all you can do. Second thing, if you're having good budget, you can add a CRM. Okay,
mm,
like there are some good software that are available. You can use Zoho. That's a
mhm,
platform that you can use for CRM. If you don't have money, you can just call them, directly. But because as you're starting your own store, you will not be getting very huge orders if you're working with a limited budget. So at the initial
mhm,
phase, you can call them your own self. I used to call
mm,
people by my own. There were
mhm,
people who don't pick my call. There are people who people who gave some wrong address. So there are few orders that you can that you can watch that this is a fake order, like the
mhm,
address is not proper, the phone number is not proper, whatever. So
mhm,
you need to cancel those order by your own self at the first end only, and then ship some order. RTO will be there. There's nothing that you can do. That 0% RTO, this that cannot be the case in India. So
mhm,
that is one thing. And for if you want to get prepaid orders, I have a video on my YouTube for prepaid orders, you can watch that. Secondly, if you want prepaid orders, give discounts on your prepaid
customer.
orders.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
let's suppose you can use Razorpay, and
mhm,
on that Razorpay you can, from the back end of Razorpay, you can create, I guess you can create a coupon regarding
coupon.
every online payment. You can give 10% off, 20% off, so that
Mm,
it can make people buy your product because you are giving this off. Or if you don't want to do this, what you can do, if you're having a really good product, then
mm,
you can add cash on delivery 50 rupees, online payment 0 rupees. So that is something that
mm,
you can do.
yeah, got it. Got it. Yeah. Okay. So I have noticed that, so most of the most of the people who start their Indian dropshipping, even one thing which like pulls me back from not to do Indian ecom or Indian dropshipping is something, this is accepting, cash on delivery, returns, managing all this stuff, like, but still India is a huge market where not many people are actually exploited, you
we are
know.
currently we are currently working with some big brands.
Mm-hmm.
So the RTO for brands, I have seen this RTO for brands is very less in
Okay.
comparison to drop shipping stores, and that is
Mm-hmm.
why I have stopped drop shipping my own store. I'm into this branding stuff. I'm creating my own brand because we are working some with some really good brands in India. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so what is happening over there is the return percentage over there is low, like in comparison to the drop shipping. They also have returns, that's not a
Mm-hmm.
problem, they also have returns. Secondly, they're also getting prepaid orders. Like in India,
Mm-hmm.
I have seen, we are running ads, we are managing the store, and we have seen people paying 2,000 rupees online, like with the online payment. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that was something I saw, like okay, for a branded thing. And see, which like what happens with the branded store is, if you are doing retargeting properly, if you are getting in front of people again and again, there are huge chances that you will be getting prepaid orders also. There are huge
Mm-hmm.
chances that your RTO will be less.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one thing that you can do.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. And so you might have noticed that, like, the new Facebook update, that Facebook is removing few of the interests, right?
Mhm.
So does it affect Indian e-commerce or Indian dropshipping?
No, the interest that Facebook is removing, nobody was using that.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Facebook is removing those interests because number one, they are not used widely.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook has told that in the, you know when they
Mm-hmm.
sent that notice, Facebook has clearly mentioned that those are the interests that they are removing. Is number one, they are not used very much. So my some of the ad set were using those interests. We got
Mm-hmm.
no result with that. I have shown you in my video.
Yeah.
So the interest like love, romance,
Okay.
intimacy
Mm.
kind of stuff, those are the stuff that they are removing. And another thing is uh, something kind of which is racist or political
Mm,
stuff. So like
yeah.
whatever interest that they are removing, that nobody is using currently, basically. Like not
Mm,
most of the people, like only 1% or less than 1% of the people are using those interests. So that's no effect of that. It's
yeah.
not removing the interest that we are usually used.
Mm, got it. Yeah. But then it really affects the international POD because there are stores. So
For
basically,
international PODC, the market is completely different in India
yeah,
and international.
yeah,
There
yeah.
is a completely different market. These two market I have been there. So these two market are completely different. Like people in India don't read magazines. Like they don't read a lot
Mm,
of magazines. In India, there's no culture of magazine, or they don't read magazines. But
mm,
abroad they read. Okay,
mm,
there are you know in international market, the the culture is very different over there, and
mm,
in India it's very different. In India,
yeah,
after every 10 kilometers people change, and the kind of things they need change. So it's
mm,
very hard to get into it. But so
yeah,
yeah, for international it may affect a lot, but for
yeah.
Indian market it's not doing that.
Yeah, so basically, like there are people who are actually build a branded, Christianity store, who
Hmm.
sells t-shirts related to Jesus Christ and all. So they are
Yeah,
actually removing all the interest related to Jesus Christ, So
what they can
that's
do
really,
is
yeah,
just start creating the lookalike as soon as possible,
yeah, exactly.
and then go with that lookalike audience and try
Mm,
open targeting for if they are
yeah,
having good purchase right now. For the people who are having
yeah,
good purchase, their pixel has been trained well,
optimized, yeah.
so they can use that. But for the people who are starting new, just you have a chance to pivot yourself.
Hmm. So basically, even like this is what one thing which I do. Like I was doing from basically this year. So even though I'm not into Christianity niche, like once I start spying on the profiles of like the people who are actually engaging with my ads, I saw that many people are actually sharing content related to Christianity. Okay, this is one thing which I noticed in myself. So what I actually doing was like I started using these kind of interests. Okay, so basically I was, even though my niche, like I'm running a niche specific POD store, even though I'm not into Christianity store, like I'm people who are actually sharing contents, so sharing things are actually related to Jesus Christ. So I saw this pattern with most of the people. So I started using these interests and it was really working for me. Like the cost per purchase were coming around like less than $2 as well.
Mhm.
Competition is very less, but they are removing that, it is. So now I started, going a little more deeper into them. Now I saw few more patterns. Now I'm gonna focus on that part.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was the only reason, because people are using it very, nobody is
yeah,
using it, and so that's why when nobody is using it, competition is very
yeah,
low over there.
yeah.
Facebook is not able to do the auction, it's not able to make money, so they are removing
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. All right. I think it will be like, so today is March 16th and it will be, by tomorrow it will be completely vanished.
Mhm.
Like it's 17th, they will be removing it, I think. All right. So I have only two more questions with you. Like, so one is, how do you, how do you want to like, let's say what do you actually want to say to a beginner who really want to start their Indian ecom? Like, what's the exact thing you want to give, give as an advice for a beginner who really want to start their Indian ecom journey?
So the number one thing is learn Facebook ads.
Mm,
That's very simple, because Facebook ads is not just for about e-commerce. Facebook ads is also is a high income skill. Okay,
mm,
Facebook ads is a high income skill in itself, because once you learn Facebook ads, once you learn how to get in front of right people, you can sell anything and you can work for anybody, you can do your services. Another part, if you want to start in an e-commerce, have a good budget.
mm,
Have a budget of at least 50,000 rupees. If you're having less than that, don't start in an e-commerce. That's my
mm,
opinion. If you want to start, you can do that. If you're very lucky, there are chances that you will be doing very good, and I hope you
mm,
do very good. But have at least 50,000 rupees of budget. If you're having more than that, that's very good. Second part is try sourcing the product rather than going for a drop shipping kind of stuff. Try sourcing your product, because
mm,
because when you're sourcing, your cost will be down.
mm,
Secondly, you'll be having more control on the product, you'll be having more control on the shipping part and etc. And and if you're sourcing, just look at the kind of product you are sourcing. If you're sourcing like, for example, if you're sourcing shoes,
mm,
so the cost of shipping your shoes would be very high, because it's a big box, it's a big box. So
Mm-hmm.
shipping that would be high. So consider everything. You have, like, see, you will fail, that's for sure. Okay, don't consider that me wrong, but you will fail, you will lose some money, then you will start again. I lost my money, I lost almost 30 to 35,000 rupees at the initial store. I made it back because I knew Facebook ads. Why
Mm-hmm.
I'm promoting Facebook ads, why I'm telling it's high income skill, because I lost my money. I made it back through Facebook ads because I am doing freelancing from a long time. I made it back. I started my print on demand. I made money. I used that money to start my drop shipping store. I made a lot of money from drop shipping. A lot of money in the sense, good money. Okay.
Okay.
I used that money again in order to run my other store, and then I shifted towards my agency stuff. So currently
Mm-hmm.
I'm building my agency, I'm building my info product. So I'm, whatever money I had, whatever money I'm having, I'm using that money to scale my info product currently, because I have a focus for this particular year. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to go into info product stuff and my agency. So for
Mm-hmm.
agency, we are getting some good leads every day, every week. We are not running ads for that, but still we are getting leads. So the primary focus is over there. But yeah, if you want to start Indian e-commerce, this is the stuff that you can do. And if you don't want to source product, there are suppliers like Misho, Glow Road, India Mart, Deodap is a good source, you can use that. Wholesale market, I guess there is a brand. So there are a lot of people who are selling you, who will be your supplier. Do a thorough market research and find a great product. You can find up the whatever supplier you are having, you can find at least one or two great product over there and
Mm-hmm.
start selling it. Simple.
Yeah. Okay. That was great. And my last question, is there any advice you want to give to my audience, the entire audience? Is there any advice you want to give?
Yeah. So your audience might be just from the print on demand store. Basically,
Yeah.
everyone is doing some entrepreneurship kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the number one thing is, be ready to fail. Okay, you will be failing, that's for sure. And in this podcast, I've used this word 2 to 3 times. I don't
Ex-
want to, I don't want to,
Be negative. Yeah.
be negative, but
Yeah.
from my experience, I have learned this, and you need to fail, because if you
Yeah.
get success very early, you'll not consider that. So number one thing, be ready to fail. And whatever steps you are taking, just plan them. Okay, don't do
Mm,
too much of planning, but you need to have at least idea of whatever you're doing. And thirdly is focus on learning, because without learning, if you feel, yeah, I know everything, I don't want to learn, I can do everything on my own, I can go ahead with it, you can go ahead with it, but it will take a lot of time and money. Those two things, it will take a lot of time, to take a lot of money. So what you can do, you can find someone who is already doing what you want to do, so that what they will do is simple. What they can provide you, knowledge is same everywhere, on YouTube, on
mm,
whatever platform, knowledge will be same. What they will be telling you, they'll be saving your time. Okay,
mm,
they'll be giving you, okay, this are the things that you need to do. So you can do that and also add your element into it. For example, if you
mm,
buy any course, the course creator will be explaining you all his faults that he or she did, and
mhm,
all those things that worked for him. That is
mm,
one thing. And so you'll be learning that, you'll be applying that, and also you'll be applying your own knowledge.
mm,
Taking action is on you. The whatever course or you take, whatever YouTube videos, you can watch them, but action is on you. And the last thing which I I believe is, consistency is everything. If you are
mm.
consistent with anything that you are doing, you will be successful, that's for sure. Okay.
Exactly.
And that is something. So if you are, let's suppose, if you are in started print on demand and you failed, you have the skill of making website, you have a skill
Mm,
of finding product, you have the skill of Facebook ads. Monetize those skill, get your money
mm,
back, start again. Simple.
yeah.
If you you can only fail when you stop. That's
Exactly.
the thing that you need to have.
Yeah. And there is no success without failure. And like I said, like a
TEDx में what you
failure.
will speak on TEDx.
Yeah. And also, like you said, start monetizing each and every skill you are actually learning. That's really, really important when you have multiple sources of income. Getting financial freedom, it's really, really, like we will be able to attain financial freedom very quickly. And this is one thing which I speak with all the, all my students, start monetizing each and every skill. It could be either in, like putting, giving a service in Fiverr or whatever it is. Like, and even, I don't know, so there is like one time I was showing everything. So there are people, just setting up Klaviyo account just for abandonment card secrets. It will take around like 30 minutes maybe. Okay, setting up Klaviyo abandonment cart sequence, basically the automation part. People were charging more than $100 just to do that, you know.
Yeah.
And even in my like, so all my like students, they got access to the template, everything, how to do that, everything. So I told them start monetizing each part, and few of my students, they started their agency part. They started like working as freelancers in 5 years. So this is one thing not many people do, but like when you start doing it, the money start to come from multiple sources, and you will be financially free very soon.
See,
Yeah.
in my community also,
Yeah.
people who are inside my community, I focus a lot on monetizing the skill because I have
Mm.
done that. I believe a lot. If you have a skill, monetize it. And financial freedom takes away all your freedom for few years. That's
Mm.
something. If you want to
Exactly.
get that financial freedom, it will take all your freedom for few years. That's for sure. Like suppose currently I'm working from past 2 to 3 years, and currently I have done that much that I don't need a college degree. I don't need a
Mm.
job. If everything, whatever I'm doing, I have done till that much. But
Mm.
still there's a long way to go to achieve that financial freedom. And so if you are working, if you're ready for it, if you have to work for it, you have to work in order to achieve financial freedom. And you can achieve financial freedom in any niche. Okay,
Mm.
so it's not you have to do only Indian e-commerce, you have to do only Facebook ads. You can achieve financial freedom in any niche. But the thing is, are you ready for it? Are you ready to give away your freedom? That's the
Yeah,
thing that
that's the
you
thing.
you should be ready for. So there are a lot of people I see. The podcast is by the way over. All the value has been done. Now it's only the motivational part.
Yeah.
So I have seen a lot of people. They don't do anything. They are just very negative, and
Mm.
they come and comment like whatever they want to comment. Like I have posted a video on YouTube. It's just 1 second, and they have posted something negative about the video. I don't
Yeah.
know how they watch the 10 or 12-minute video in just 1 second, but they post that, and I don't consider like okay, theek hai, there's something that is going on in your life. Enjoy that. Ab kya kar sakte hain? We cannot do anything about that, but still, negative, you will be negative sometime, but you need to keep on working. Once you keep on working, you'll start getting the results. And once you get
Mm.
results, it becomes easy. See, when you make your first 10,000, making first 10,000, it's very hard. Making
Mm.
first lakh is very hard, but after that, from 1 lakh to making second lakh, it becomes kind of easy because you have done that part. So
Mm.
making the first lakh, making the first 10,000 is very hard. But once you are there, you can keep on
Yeah,
multiplying that.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you talk about the negativity part. That's like that's something like a lot of that is something which is actually like pulling a lot of people from taking action. So that's even I've seen your story, like you have mentioned this thing, like you within seconds there is a negative comment popping up. Like I've seen your story then that day. Yeah, even I get a lot of lot of negative things. And one of my mentor told me this. Uh, Hate is a price you pay for like for your fame. So if you when
Exactly.
you're yeah, when you're reaching out to more number of people, you need to expect hate. you know if even if you
That's
look
for
at
sure.
yeah even if you look at like a film stars, like say Shah Rukh Khan, he has a lot of haters. Does he hasn't done anything for those people, but still he has haters. Same thing, like hate is a price we pay for the fame actually.
There's my video on Facebook ads,
Mm-hmm.
and there are comments. There are a lot of comments on it. People are thanking me. People are telling that this is working for them, and वगैरह
Yeah.
वगैरह. And then there is a comment like, "What are you telling? This is not something which works." And so I thought, okay, I ignored it. Okay, ठीक है.
Yeah.
If it's not working for you, what I can do? I just share my experience. So
Mm.
so
Yeah.
negativity is part of it. If you are a content creator, if you're creating content, you need to be ready for that.
Exactly. Even I get a lot of like even the last workshop, one person was telling that like I cheated him.
Yeah, so I was doing a workshop. Inside that workshop there's a person called Chetu,
Okay.
and he was putting unnecessary stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
removed him, he joined again. I removed
Okay.
him, he joined again. So
Mm.
that was something that, and then my audience which was in the webinar, they started
Mm.
abusing him. So I thought, okay, there are people who are, so like you have people, what we can do. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually the the part of the game. Yeah. And anyways, it was so nice to talk with you, to have you on board with the for the Pin on Demand show. It was so thank you for sharing a lot of value, lot of golden nuggets. Super. I know like this is gonna help a lot of people who are gonna focus on their, like
Hopefully.
Facebook ads, Indian Ecom, everything. Thank you so much, Gaurav, for coming and to be part of this my podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I was, because I missed this podcast once time, so I thought this time I need to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you
Uh,
so much for uh, contacting me, and thank you so much for bringing me on this
yeah,
podcast.
and
I hope.
also like I'll be sharing the like your YouTube channel, like your link to your YouTube channel, and also your workshop you're conducting for Facebook ads. So if anyone wants to learn about like Facebook ads, like you can reach out to Gaurav. Like I'll be sharing the link below in the description, so please check it out. And thank you so much. And that's the end of this episode. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.